Hi, this is Tracy Sparrowhawk here, aka the Skinny Mama, and I have a question for you. Are you suffering from sleep deprivation where you can't fall asleep or get a restful sleep? Are you suffering from a lot of muscle cramping at night? Do you have anxiety? Are you irritable? Do you get migraines? These are all signs of a deficiency in a very important mineral that about 80% of people are lacking. What is this mineral? Well, stick around. I will let you know. I know for myself, I have a really hard time with muscle cramping at night, especially get into bed and then all of a sudden my feet are cramping or my legs, or I wake up in the middle of the night. So that was a big problem for me, as well as some anxiety at times, as well as sometimes not even being able to fall asleep and stay asleep. So those were my big issues. And so I started doing some research on how I could, what's causing these things. And I came across an important mineral that I could be lacking. So when I started taking a supplement and enriching my diet with foods that contain this type of mineral, and I do this on a regular basis, I know that these symptoms are very much reduced or eliminated. Now, what is this mineral? It is magnesium. Now, magnesium, I didn't know this, but magnesium is needed for over 300 biochemical functions in the body. So it is very important, and it's very easy to have enough magnesium in our bodies with the way our diets are these days, because there are certain foods that are high in magnesium. And I will get to those and share those with you if you'd like to know what they are. But let me just share a little bit about what magnesium actually does. It's a mineral that we need for our body, and it's often described as the relaxation mineral, because what it does is it helps relax a whole bunch of systems in our body: our cardiovascular system, our nervous system, the muscles. And there are over 22 different medical conditions that are linked to magnesium deficiency. So it's a pretty important mineral that we need to get into our bodies. And something that I've also heard on a video that I watched is that it might not show up in blood tests because it's not circulating in the blood. So it won't necessarily show up if you go to get blood tests. And like I said, the warning signs are if you're suffering from anxiety, if you're irritable, if you can't focus, if you get migraines. Some other symptoms might be your sleep is disrupted, you can't fall asleep, or you don't feel like you're getting a restful sleep. It can be associated with high blood pressure, heart disease or arrhythmia, because magnesium affects the contraction and relaxation of the heart. Muscle cramping is a sign of decreased magnesium if you have a poor memory. So all of these things might be an indicator to you, like they were to me, that you're deficient in magnesium. So where does this deficiency come from? Well, it might be because we're not getting enough of the proper foods in our diet. So I'll share, like I said, I'll share with you how to get more magnesium-rich foods in your diet. Also, digestive problems. If you have leaky gut, which is very common among people nowadays too with our diet, leaky gut, it won't allow the body to absorb magnesium because it leaks out of the gut. Also, if you have stomach acid problems, it can actually reduce your magnesium. And if you're not consuming enough leafy greens, so that's one food that you want to start eating more of, like spinach or kale, anything dark and leafy. Stress will also deplete magnesium. Some medications will either rob the body of magnesium or block the absorption of it. So you can check with your pharmacist to see if you're on medication Maybe there's a different medication you could try, or some other, generic brand that might not be as bad for you. So check with your pharmacist and check with your doctor if you're taking medication. Now, the recommended dose is 350 to 600 milligrams a day, and the easiest way to get this dose is through supplementation. So there are different types of magnesium powders and pills and oils that you can get on the market that you just take it once a day and you'll get your required amount. I take a supplement at night because that's when my muscles cramp up at night, and so it really helps. I just take, it's a magnesium citrate, so it's just a powder that I add hot water to, and it gets all fizzy and effervescent, and then I just drink that, and I take that every night before bed. Something else that I've also noticed is if you are blocked up and you're irregular in your bowel movements, this will also relax that area and help you get more regular, which I also found as well. It was like a lifesaver. Because I don't know if you're aware, number one, if your diet isn't sufficient in fiber, you're going to be carrying around a lot of extra bulk in your colon. So, you want to increase your fiber intake. People should be getting about 25 to 30 grams of fiber a day. Most people get about half of that. But if you increase fiber intake, you also have to make sure you're increasing your water intake. And also, if you do it too quickly, then you could, get constipated. So you want to add in the fiber slowly, increase your water intake. If you find you're getting constipated, add in the magnesium. It works, let me tell you. Now, magnesium-rich foods that you want to start to consume are like spinach and chard. Those are the kings of magnesium. Pumpkin seeds are also a great source of magnesium, and they're great to snack on or add into your protein shakes if you do that, or yogurt or whatever. And speaking of that, yogurt and kefir are also good sources. And kefir is like kefir or kefir, however you say it. It's like a fermented yogurt drink. And if you are not into dairy, you can get like coconut milk kefirs as well. So I've had those and they're quite good. Almonds are a good source of magnesium. Black beans, avocados, which are also high in potassium. So potassium, magnesium go together, as well as potassium or magnesium and calcium. If you're taking a calcium supplement, you want to make sure you're taking magnesium with it because it helps with absorption of the calcium. Figs are also a good source. Dark chocolate. So if you want to get your chocolate, just have some dark chocolate. And bananas are also a good source of magnesium. So those are the magnesium-rich foods that you can try. And like I said, the best way is to use a supplement like a magnesium citrate. There's different brands on the market that you can try. You can find them in health food stores, on Amazon, even at Walmart or, Target, wherever. You can find them in the pharmacy section in the health food area. So I hope that information was valuable. I know incorporating this supplement into my routine really helps me get a better sleep. I don't wake up with cramping in my muscles, and it's just really helped me in other areas too. And if you would like a list, I have an ultimate checklist of foods to avoid. And a lot of the foods on my list, I also have a list of foods to include. And a lot of the foods that I mentioned here are all on the list. So if you would like that ultimate checklist of foods to avoid, and this will also help you lose weight fast and easy, just click on the link below and you can put in your email and your list will be sent to you. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want, you can subscribe to my channel, and every time you get notified that I put another video up, just hit the bell and you will get that notification. So have a good one, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.